The Charter is enormously important to what I do. In my work, I use the Charter to fight for people's human rights and civil liberties, whether it's about equality or religious freedom, privacy, policing, or the criminal legal system, or the right to protest or freedom of expression. Our rights and freedoms are understood by different people and at different times. When I started working at the Canadian Civil Liberties Association 20 years ago, I'd sometimes teach students and ask, "Tell me about your rights." For students who were not over-policed, the right to privacy often didn't even come up. And if I wanted to discuss privacy, they'd say, "Well, I've got nothing to hide, so what's the big deal?" Then electronics changed everything. Their whole world is now in their phones. Suddenly, everyone understands the importance of privacy. But it was always the case that privacy mattered. Sometimes you have conflicts between rights. Some of these can be resolved, others not so easily, like with freedom of expression and equality. What happens when somebody makes a strong political statement, or argues that a religion is wrong, or says something offensive about another culture? People feel very, very strongly about their rights, as they should, and it is hard to live with these tensions. But often the differences are strategic, or we are not as far apart as it seems, and we can live with these tensions. We have to, for the sake of all our freedoms. One big thing the CCLA has been involved in is fighting Bill 21, which prohibits Quebec citizens who work in parts of the public service from wearing religious symbols. We also fought Bill 62 that banned face coverings in many settings. We knew, even before these bills became law, that they would cause terrible harm, that they violate people's rights. So we felt each law must be suspended, invalidated, and repealed. It's a big ask right at the beginning of a legal challenge to ask a court that has not yet heard all the evidence and arguments to suspend a law passed by a legislature. With Bill 62, the face covering law, we asked, and within a few weeks, that law was suspended. The tiny minority of Muslim women who cover their faces did not have their lives upended. Unfortunately, with Bill 21, the religious symbols ban, the court did not agree to suspend the law, and the first court judgment upheld most of the law. For every person in a religious community where some people wear religious symbols, Bill 21 is not just about individuals' jobs. It's about their children. It's about their futures. It's about their communities. It's about how those communities are treated, and it is about all our rights. Another huge issue that CCLA has been fighting for many years is racial profiling. I have personally been fighting it for as long as I've been at CCLA. Police so-called random stops are not random at all. They have effectively led to racial profiling and people being pulled over time and again on no suspicion of any wrongdoing. There are so many stories and experiences among communities who are targeted, including in particular Black and Indigenous communities, and also Middle Eastern and others. It happens across the country. I don't know which rights are next in line. I'm not looking at it from a historical perspective. We're too busy fighting day to day.